Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
let's
go.
go, baby.
Let's go.
Showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The original, baby. Welcome back to another week, y'all.
Check, check, check. I'm sorry, y'all had my mic low. I'm back. I'm back. Let's clap it up. Yeah.
Sound good now.
Yeah, we good now. It's episode 106. That's 106. Let's clap it up for that.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Episode 106, but technically speaking, episode number 2 for this live.
Let's
version
let's
of the
clap it.
week.
Let's clap it up for that.
So you know. The number 2 is the first one of 2023.
Right, right.
So happy New Year to you guys, man. Happy New Year to everybody listening.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's full with peace and prosperity. You guys got
Right.
your A game, mindset, and go be great, man. That's all I can say is go
That's
be
all.
great.
That's all we can say is go be great. You know what I mean? You know
But
what
welcome, man. Welcome back. He's still over there. The technical engineer is still working out some kinks over there. But I promise y'all,
I mean?
we will get to
Yeah.
the bottom of it.
Yeah,
We
we
will get
will.
to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we will definitely, man. So, P, happy New Year to you, bro. You know what I mean? It's magical. This year gonna be magical. You know what I
Absolutely,
mean?
absolutely. Yeah, happy New Year, bro. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, obviously, besides you being Merlin, we're blessed and fortunate, like you said, to be on our 106th episode of the show.
Right.
So that's already a key sign for us. Is we're moving in the right direction of consistency.
Right. Right.
So
Right. Right.
so I'm just glad that everything is moving on.
Right.
But before we get too deep into the episode, man, I wanted to take a quick moment to send some heartfelt prayers and to the brother Damar Hamlin
Yes,
that
please.
plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody, if everybody watches football or not. Regardless, if you do or don't, I'm quite sure, you've heard about what transpired yesterday in the game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
And my heart just goes out. Our heart here at the
Yeah.
porch goes out to him and his family,
Right.
praying for a full recovery for that brother.
Right.
And as far as the rest of his teammates, you know, same with you guys, man. I know you guys right now are dealing with the injury of not only a player that's on the team, but also quite sure some of you guys are friend and just a more than we know him. How
Right.
about that? More than we know him.
Right.
So anyway, our prayers go out to him and his family for
Right.
full recovery.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to
Absolutely.
get too far into the conversation without us definitely first and foremost acknowledging that. You
Right.
know? And it's funny, man. So I was watching last night, and I generally watch all the Monday night games, but I wasn't watching that game last night. It's the weirdest thing. I was actually watching, and I don't know if you heard of this, brother, not a documentary, and actually came out in 2016
Mm-hmm.
about a basketball player by the name of Shea Cotton.
Shea Cotton. I heard of him, but I never actually watched the documentary. Never knew they had one for him.
Me neither. So I've been on my documentary kick. That's always been my thing anyway. But I
Oh yeah,
was
me
on
too.
that
Yeah, me
pretty
too.
much through the day. So I threw on the Shea Cotton documentary, and he was repeatedly referred to in that documentary as the LeBron James of high school basketball before LeBron James, which is cool. It's a big deal. And if you're scratching your head and you're wondering why, if that was the case, you never saw him in the NBA. I won't tell you the documentary, but I will say it is worth the moment if you got a chance to sit there and watch it.
Right. What
But the
network did you
reason
see it on?
I saw it, it was on Prime. It was on
Oh,
Amazon
oh,
Prime.
okay. So I have that. So I can watch that. Yeah, I can watch
Yep.
that.
So you make sure you check it out. Like I said, Shea Cotton is his name. And the reason why I bring it up is why I was watching the documentary. The rest of the sports world was still going on, and what took place with the brother Damar Hamlin, like put things at a stop.
Right.
Like literally, not even just with the game. I mean, just in the sports world. Period. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but LeBron James, from your Dwight Howards, Terrell Owens, there were so many things that went on. Skip Bayless said something that seemed like it just shook up everything once again.
He's
Nothing
weird.
against Yeah.
It's
That's
weird.
and that's putting it, and I think that's putting it rather mildly for him, and I and,
Hmm.
and I appreciate you taking that approach.
Right, he's weird.
He is.
I didn't see what he said, so maybe because I didn't see what he said, is why I'm just saying he's weird. My wife actually told me they was mad at him for saying something, but I didn't see what he actually said.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you got time whenever you get a chance, check it out. And I won't try to quote that stuff verbatim, but I'm sitting there and I'm watching this documentary. My wife comes down the stairs. It's funny because iPad's going off, my phone's going off, and I'm getting all these different ESPN alerts. And I'm thinking it's just scores from the game. I'm thinking that different things. I'm like, I'll check that stuff out, a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually got to the point where the documentary was over. So I go to look like finally at the my devices, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I see it. So before I can really finish reading the article that I was reading, or a little part that was there, she came downstairs and she was like, "Yo, did you see what happened with that football player?" Now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, my wife's not no big sports advocate. She's not upstairs watching every game, so I know that whatever was going on for her to
Had to
be
be.
able to kind
Yeah,
of
had to be serious.
had to be serious. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching that, and the point that I'm making by bringing up both these brothers. Well, first off, like I said, with our heartfelt prayers for the young brother Damar Hamlin,
Mm-hmm.
is while I was watching a documentary based on one brother's dream not being fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that back. Not being lived out to the way that he would have wanted it to be lived out.
Right.
I was watching another brother fight for his life doing the thing that he probably always wanted to do his entire life.
Right.
So it's just so different, man, how the world and the universe works. And we talk about these things all the time, man. How watching the video of one brother who wind up actually still doing great things with his life because of how he could be, helpful to the youth, and like I said, others that could, benefit from his story. There was another brother that was, you know, fighting for his life. And that's just how the world is. Like we're in a new year, but literally, bro, that's just how the world is.
Well, everything is written. It's not just the fact of the world. It's just everything was written. Everybody has a purpose, and it's sad because sometimes person's purpose may be a sad situation. You see what I'm saying? So, like you saying, just the timing that you was watching Shea Cotton, and you see that he didn't reach what he would say his full potential of what his dream he set out for it to be. You know what I mean? But you got to have that story because these stories sometimes show people that, listen, don't end up like me. I hate to say it, but that's those type of examples. Then you have Damar Hamlin. That's his last name, Hamlin, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Um, you see that, and you know the NFL is they're constantly always trying to go about safety and things. And I understand that he went into cardiac arrest on the field. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So that could have happened with him playing, with him not playing. However, it happened while he was playing.
Yeah.
And what it has to do sometimes is show the importance of, listen, this game is not more important than a person's life because the game stopped. And for what I found out later, 'cause first they were saying the NFL stopped the game, but what I found out later was it was the NFLPA, the Players Association.
No doubt.
And they were saying,
No
we
doubt.
just not playing no more tonight, man. I didn't see what day is scheduled for. It did come across my phone that the game was rescheduled for this week, and
Hmm.
it would be no changes to week 18, which is the final week, of the season. Not trying to switch subjects, but also in the lighter note, because I guess we talking about dreams. I mean, Donovan Mitchell had a game of his dream last night. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not just the fact that he dropped 70, but the overtime and all that. Like, what kid don't come 5, 4, 3? That's part of they hoop dreams. You get what I'm saying? As
Absolutely.
as what they do. So it's dope that it just shows you that the sports world last night was showing you so many different angles of how things could play out. You know what I mean? Which leads
Absolutely.
which leads me to this thought of what you put in your mind. And I'm not saying that Shea Cotton put in his mind that he wasn't going to make it. Damar Hamlin definitely didn't put in his mind that on the field I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest. You know, understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you have these visions and in these things is really trying to be more set on going forward and what you're looking for. Like this year in '03, I mean '03. Let's go back to '03. Let's take it back to the old school. Let's take it to Union Square. Let's take it back to the old school. And I fucked up. Y'all don't care. Yeah. So what I was saying is this.
Okay. All right.
Last week you asked me what was I leaving in 2022, right? And I
Oh no.
said to you, you know, um, 2022. Not trying to be smart, but
No, no, no.
2022. That's what I
Right,
was leaving
right.
in 2022.
No doubt.
And then
No
I
doubt.
said in '03, like, cause we know we was like New Year, New Me, but I said in '03, why do I keep saying '03? Cause I had this vision that we doing this right now back in '03, 20 years ago. I
Okay.
know that's what happened.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what
I,
happened. Yep.
I feel you.
Hey, I'm gonna clean it up that way. It don't even
Yeah.
matter. So
Great year for me. I became a father.
yeah, 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 yep, yeah.
But I got
But 23. I'm trying to see what happened to me '03. That was a good thing. 23. You know what I mean? Um, in 23, I said I was getting back to the old me. You
you. No
know,
doubt. No
and
doubt.
that was prayer. Like, you know, I probably prayed more today. I probably prayed this year already more than I did last month. See what I'm saying?
I believe it.
And it's been a clarifying thing. I started to pray and listen. You know what I mean? It's things that I'm focused on that took me back. You know, I tell people I love them more, like because I used to always be that. You know what I mean? I don't remember people remember. I used to have a post. I used to put a Facebook post up like once a month. I love everybody. It used to piss certain people off, but I really
Right.
meant that.
Oh, right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Um, I started reading more. I've been back to. I started over from the beginning because I always get through a book and stop in the middle. But I started reading Think and Grow Rich again, and it's
Nice.
just about visualizing things and I see it. I'm getting ready to make my vision board. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like
My man.
my mind. It's not just because it's a new year. It sounds like it's a resolution and things of that nature. But when you ask me that question,
Hmm.
that's what sprung it. What are you leaving in 2022? I said 2022. Then in 20, but I said in 2023, it's say old E going back to the old E,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
somewhere you don't realize sometimes, but it's just you had that paradigm shift, that aha
Yeah.
moment, like, oh yeah, I haven't been doing this, I haven't been doing that.
Yeah, no
You know what I
doubt.
mean?
Oh,
And so far, 3 days in, I've been on it, and it's not because it's a new year. It's because of what you said. Now we could say it's because of New Year because you asked a question, but it's like when I was being funny. Yeah, I'm going back to the old me. Wait a minute, bitch, that ain't a bad idea.
right.
You know what I
Right. I
mean?
mean,
That's basically how I seen it. You know?
yeah. Now you look at it from the real life perspective. I think that what, we say things a lot of times, man. And then we hear ourselves.
Right.
So it's not uncommon. A lot of times we'll the interpretation is something that we said, even though we know what we're talking about when we say it, it gets deeper as we think about it.
Right.
When you said what you said about going back to being the old you, that's why you had that aha moment later. Like, yo, that's not really a bad thing.
Right.
I had success doing that. So when you understand why you're doing what you're doing, which is why when I made the video about, your reason before your
Right.
how, when you know why you're doing something, how becomes very simple.
Very.
And that's why I was saying a lot of times it's because we come up with these things and we don't understand that we have to confront the thing that prevents us from being successful,
Right.
right? It's like we have to confront it. So when I asked the question, what did you do with the old you? Since it was New Year, New Me, what did you do with the old you? I wasn't being funny. My question is that if you don't know where the old version of you went, how do you know it won't reappear? And
Right.
so I'm saying that not because of lack of confidence of a person's ability to be able to stay consistent or be successful, I'm actually saying it the other way. When you
Right.
understand what you're working up against and you can see the opposition,
Mm-hmm.
then you can address it differently. When you can't see the opposition, it's hard to plan for it. It's hard to adjust to it or make sure that you grow from it.
Right.
So that's what I think. Like I said, even with the conversation that we're having about the things that transpired in the sports world, it all comes down to healthy challenges in life,
Right.
right? It all comes down to healthy challenges in life.
Healthy challenges or healthy choice.
Now,
Now we used to
if you
ride to Borden Town
now,
back before Wawa was everywhere to get them healthy choice
I
hoagies.
see, and I see you want to do this, so we'll do it. Okay, we made a healthy choice. It wasn't the ideal time to probably consume that, even though it was a healthy choice of the sandwich. We were eating it at probably some not so healthy points in the night.
We was
So,
off swig, man. It didn't matter. It's swig. You listen. That was a good choice when you off swig. It was either that or Prince.
okay, so that was a better option. You're
Yeah,
right.
it said healthy on the pack. That's why we got it.
Now,
Black wasn't off swig.
right. And it wasn't maybe the healthiest decision to make the ride that we would make to go and get it,
I want a healthy choice, buh.
you know? But within the scope of what we're talking about with different healthy challenges, man, what it really all comes down to is our ability to be able to understand, like we talk about all the time, health is wealth, right? So if you're going to go into anything, the new version of yourself, in these brothers' cases, they playing the sports that they love, and things happened were beyond their control, right?
Mm-hmm.
It still comes down to the mindset,
Oh,
right?
always, yeah.
So if that's unhealthy, it doesn't matter what you do to condition yourself physically,
Right.
right? So like you can have a sharp body, your physique, and all of those different. Like you'll always age in the body much quicker than you'll age in the mind, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like as we get older, you can do what you want to do to try to maintain strength and and endurance and all those type of things. But at some point or another, like they talk about even with LeBron, who spends $1 million a year on his body alone, that even he can't avoid father time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
I thought it was
but
2 million.
it may be. I mean, he's
Yeah.
gotten older. I'm quite sure a lot of
I
the
think it's
things
2
that he
million.
did before, he's had to advance. But the healthy challenge element of him makes him, smart enough to understand that I can't beat Father Time, so I got to do as much as I possibly can to be able to keep myself up to par to do these things. Well, I think that applies across the board for everything
Right.
and for everybody.
Right.
Sometimes the reason why we become stagnant and we have to try to put things on pause or say, well, wait till the first of the next month or we'll wait till the first of the year is because of the fact that we are more comfortable with not addressing the challenge.
What
We
you
don't
put
want to
on
get.
pause?
What did I put on pause?
Yeah.
I mean, before I really started working on my conditioning, like I would put my health on my workout regimens and stuff like that on pause. Um, my diet adjustments on pause.
You heard
Like,
about the new batch?
nah.
It's a new batch
I don't
that's
know.
out. We're not gonna address it, but it's out there. I don't know.
What you're
That's what
talking
was
about.
told to me. You know, my ears stay to the street. It's a new batch.
Go ahead, sip the coffee, baby.
Yeah, you know what I
When he get
mean.
ready, when he get like that, I just go ahead and sip the coffee. He needs the floor is his. I don't know
Now,
anything about any of that.
what I'm basically going with, bro, is we know about conditioning and training.
Hmm.
You know what I mean. We know about visualizing. You know, but the whole moral to this whole situation is this: whether you execute or don't execute, the way it's supposed to play out is the way it's supposed to play out. But you're supposed to have the mind frame and and actually the energy to want it to play out the correct way. So
Hmm.
if you want to be an athlete, and it's a choice between a shot of tequila or a protein shake, then you're smart enough to know it should be the protein shake. But that don't mean after you drink the protein shake, you won't go out there and break your knee. and it could be
There's,
career
there's some
ending.
accuracy in that. You're right.
You understand what I'm saying?
One does not guarantee the other.
Right.
You're
So what?
absolutely right.
What bothers me with the situation
Mm.
was sometimes with people. It's like when you tell people like, yeah, man, I'm just eating different, man. Like I remember I lived like a vegan for a month, and I was like, yeah, I ain't eating no meat, pause, pause, super, ying ying, pause, right? You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
I ain't eating no meat. Yeah, you know what I
Wow.
mean? Blackout, what's up, brother? I see you. Yep, yeah. Share it for me, brother. So,
What's happening, brother Blackout? What's happening with you, good brother?
you know what I
Thank
mean?
you
I
for
got to
being here.
still got to come around the corner, have that cigar. What I was saying is,
Here.
yeah, so, um, I was being a vegan, and shout out to the Blackout. Blackout's a vegan, so I was a vegan. I was trying it for a month, right? So they turned around and said, "Man, what you doing that for?" I know people that's vegans and they still ended up with cancer. What the fuck that got to do with what I'm trying to do? With a change to see if I like something. Yeah, people kill me. They don't want to eat chicken no more, thinking they gonna live longer.
Yeah.
You gotta ignore that type of stuff. Now I didn't stay doing it because what I realized that I wasn't dedicated enough because I was still eating a lot of processed foods like Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers and Beyond Sausage. Pause. The name is just always crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
You didn't want regular
He's a
sausage.
pescatarian. My bad, bro. Not my bro. He's pescatarian. Yeah, which means for people to understand, he only eats fish. He
Shout
only
out
eats
to brother
fish,
Blackout,
seafood. Yeah,
man.
you know
Ain't
what I
nothing
mean.
wrong with it, baby.
Right.
Eat right, man, because he over here eating beyond sausage.
Not no
So,
more. I don't eat it no more. So here's the funny thing about it though. It's funny that we talking about diets.
Yeah.
Dops is on the what you call the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
You know how that works?
Nah.
Yeah, it's more. It used to be. It's more fish based. You know what I mean? Seafood and everything. But now the biggest thing is you gotta have movement every day. You know. So let's say
Yeah.
for example you decide to want to do that. You don't really get rid of anything out your diet. But burgers, beef and pork. You don't eat pork anyway. But beef for you would be a treat. You might have it once or twice a month.
Yeah. That's easy.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't have chicken and turkey. You would have seafood. You have fish more than all of them in vegetables. You see what I'm saying? Like beans and all. So that's one of the most successful diets. That's what Pop is on now. And I know if you talk to Pop, like he eat a lot of fish. You know what I mean? Because that's what he's. No, I know you talked to him.
Pop, man. Shout out to Pop, man. He
Shout out
dropped
to
like
Pop.
70 pounds last time I talked to him. I
Right.
won't mention the numbers, but 70 pounds of anything
Yeah.
is an amazing accomplishment. And he did it in
What's up,
probably
Unc?
about,
What's up, Uncle Steve? I see you. What's up, Unc?
probably about a year and some change. Oh, what's happening with you? Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the porch.
Right.
We remember really sitting on the porch with you on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Uncle,
right there, I
yeah,
swear
listen.
I wish we had the camera for that.
Stomach. Happy belated. You know what? Hold on. Happy belated birthday to my
Shout 'em
uncles Steve and Stephen. Let's clap it up for them. Their birthday was December the 30th. I'm sorry I didn't call you, Unc. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you. Never, better late than ever. You know what I mean? So,
You know what I'm saying? We love you, man. You know that.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So it's my point is when I was trying this diet and everybody was talking down on it. It's like, yo, why are you mad that I don't want to eat chicken as if you can taste it when I bite the chicken? I don't understand. P, like it's like P, if I sit right here and go, you like, ooh, that wing was good. Like you don't know, man. Like it's no way you can tell that.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, so I say all that to say, man, that why not give your all to anything that you're trying to do? Anything. Whether it's your diet, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to read more. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's to become a better leader, whether it's to be stronger in your relationships, whether it's to be to work on time all the time. You know what I mean? Like, why
Absolutely.
not try to do your best on a daily basis? Every day, the goal should be trying to do better than what I did yesterday.
Yeah. That's it. Just outdo Monday.
Right.
Outdo Tuesday. Then outdo Wednesday. Just outdo that.
Right.
Yeah, nah, I agree with you. I mean, first off, like you said, just addressing the first thing. I mean, the thing you just said a few minutes ago. It's really not up for negotiation. Whatever I'm consuming.
Right.
The person starts telling me that I shouldn't do something, this, that, and the third. I have learned over the years that you have to be good at understanding why or how a person is saying something, and then you have to know how it applies to you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, once again, just to reiterate what I was saying a few minutes ago about the old you,
Right.
the old us, the old us thought differently, moved differently, responded to things differently, prepared themselves differently, held
Right.
themselves to a different standard. You know, they put themselves in different positions. Why? Because honestly speaking, they created their out. They created the excuse, right?
Right. Right.
Whatever
Right.
it is. And so when you are the originator of your out or your excuse, there is nothing anybody can tell you to be healthy or promote anything for you to change because
Right.
you've already convinced yourself. You can pay a person. You got jokers that go to the doctor, pay the copay, go sit near the professional person who
Mm-hmm.
is licensed to be able to tell you something that's dealing with your health. You leave out of there, and I ain't got no blood pressure problem. They
Mm-hmm.
took your blood. They took your blood pressure.
Clap. Clap. Hold on. Clap. Clap and laugh. They took your blood pressure. I ain't got no pressure for that thing lying. That thing lying. They don't know what it's talking about.
They didn't take it once. They took it twice because they wanted to make sure that the machine wasn't messed up.
You know what's crazy? I remember.
And you argue with that.
I remember. I didn't argue, but I remember. I went to the doctor's one time,
Mm-hmm.
and they took my pressure. He was like, hey, "Hold on, let's do that again." He was like, "Eric, you all right?" I was like, nah, I just got annoyed. But I said, "Oh, okay, that explains it." But your numbers is just high, like they was all. But it showed me that when I do get upset, that my pressure was going up,
It's elevated, right?
which still is a sign that you still should pay attention to your diet because
Absolutely.
you shouldn't be that way. But it just shows that your mind is such a powerful tool. You get what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
thoughts become things, as you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you, it's like people. The other day I had to realize this, and you're human, so things happen. But people don't piss me off. I allow myself to get pissed off sometimes from people's actions. If I don't allow it, I don't get mad.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I do.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we're human, so sometimes we make mistakes and we do things wrong. When we make mistakes and do things wrong, you speak on it. You know what I mean? You try to correct it, but you can't be held hostage. I just seen Steve Harvey say something about that. You can't be held hostage by a mistake that you made, and people will do that to you. Some people will do that to you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, if let's say I borrow somebody's car and I get in an accident and they mad at me.
Right.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
I apologize. I paid for my mistake. I did all that. And you want to be mad at me for 6 years? I don't really have to talk to you for 6 years. It's really not that serious. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
They'd rather be angry anyway.
Right.
That's
They're
yeah.
allowing themselves to be angry.
Yeah.
Look, they done got money. They done got a new car. They done did all that. And they're still mad?
Yeah.
I didn't die.
Yeah.
Like, did you care about me enough because you let me hold it?
Mm-hmm.
And you see, I didn't die. Nothing happened. You got a new car. You still mad? I understand. Insurance and shit like that go up. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm alive.
Yeah. Nah,
So
people miss man.
that goes back to like what we was talking about in the beginning of the show with Damar Hamlin. Like, I just want to know the psyche. I mean, of the guy who actually he was in the hit with, like how he's feeling.
Yeah. It was T. Higgins.
Yeah. T. Higgins, like, okay, I still didn't even see the hit. Like,
So, yeah. So
he
T.
hit
Higgins,
T. Higgins.
I mean, it was a collision. You know,
Yeah.
anything, any play that's made in the NFL. They
Right.
had one doctor, I forget his name. He was saying that it's the likelihood of it happening. There was different factors that would have had to been at the specific time taking place.
Right.
So his heart had to be beating at a specific time when the impact took place. All of that type of stuff.
Shout,
Um,
shout. I'm not laughing at what you said. Shout out to Will,
no,
man. He telling Theo to shut up about being the best player. Shout out to my boy Will, man.
Hey man, listen. Hey man,
Yeah.
whatever makes you live stronger and longer, brother. Whatever
Right.
makes you live stronger and longer.
But
But no,
stronger
but
and
that's
long.
what
Pause.
you're into. What you into, man?
Wait, before we go on, man, we just want to let
Beyond sausage, beyond sausage.
we
live
want
stronger and
y'all
longer.
we want y'all to know. Listen, man, if you try to plan an event and you want to take that stress off your plate because you want to live stronger and longer, I can't. I got a company for you, man. Hold on.
Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. Make sure to check out their Facebook and Instagram pages at FNC Events. Head on over today and get that party booked. Back to the show.
Front and center events. You right, Will. I know that shit, guy, man. I know it's all love, man. It's just hilarious. The timing was perfect, man. Shut up, Theo. That was super funny, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I'm glad you jumped in when you did too, brother Will, because you slowed down the whole stronger and longer.
Yeah, because P, P a little different, man, when he go live, man. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't really...
I'm always live, man. No, switching up a gear real quick. I don't know if you've seen it. 21 Savage, man.
What'd he do now?
Read an article that he said he wanted to be frozen and then thawed out in the year 21.
Tell him this. Let it go. Like Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. And you know I'm talking about blow. He got to leave that cocaine alone, man. He has to. Who's going to be here to remember to wake him up in 2021?
That's what I'm saying.
P.
Furthermore,
Let me ask you this.
You don't know what none of that could be like 98 years from now.
Let me ask you this, man. I want people to really think about this. 2120. Meat is flesh, right? So you go shopping. You fill your deep freezer up, whether you got chicken and fish, steak, little turkey, whatever. You gonna eat or think some meat gonna be still fresh 98 years from now, man?
That's what I'm saying, E. If you froze a baby right now,
Yeah.
a baby, he grown. But if you froze a baby right now and thawed them out 98 years from now,
yeah, he a real old ass baby after that, man.
That's the original BB.
BB Benjamin Button. You know what I mean? 21. How the hell?
I don't know, bruh. I read it. I thought that he was talking about his music. Maybe like, even that, you know what I mean? But then he was like, nah.
Didn't Walt Disney want to do the same thing though?
Talked about it.
Yeah, I thought Walt Disney would high turnout for him, and 21 Savage ain't got Walt Disney money, man. Not Disney money, man. Listen, anybody who
Disney made Goofy, Mickey Mouse, and all of them too, though. So clearly, he had a great imagination.
But here's the thing: people don't even realize how rich Disney is. Disney's so rich that they're their own city inside of Orlando and Kissimmee. Like, go to Florida. Watch the news when they show the weather. You'll see Kissimmee or Kissimmee, however people say it. You know what I mean? and you see Orlando, and right in the middle it says Disney, like it's his own city. Got downtown Disney. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nobody stand in front of the Poppy store in Disney. You know what I mean? Trying to sell extra T-shirts on the side. I never seen none of that. They probably got the illest Disney police force that you ever see, and he couldn't get froze. So why? Why does 21 Savage?
Well, here's my thing, right? One would ask the question, and please, it got to be bigger. Well, it don't have to be. I mean, I think that the whole plan is a little bit different anyway. But if the concept is for you to be awakened, so you can say 2121, no one will know that. Like, no, like, in that part, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, whoever that you knew,
he would probably wake up and be like, "Where Drake at?"
Been gone.
Been gone.
In heaven rapping. You know what I mean? He's gone out of here. But you talking about, I've read it, and I thought he was saying, what's the way that they talk about sometimes? Like, you don't literally mean to be frozen, but you're saying it in a sense of like being forever remembered, or, being timeless, things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Malcolm X is timeless. Martin Luther King is timeless.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? It's timeless. Jesus Christ is timeless. Okay? You know what I mean?
Right.
Muhammad in the Quran is timeless.
Right.
But 21, could you do something for me?
It wasn't on TMZ.
Could you do something for me, 21? Leave that blow alone, man.
Now, you can't
okay, Will said it's called a legend, like Larry Bird. Yeah, because you think about it, but hey, Marvin Gaye is timeless. He's a legend. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, what if they forget to thaw you out?
That's what I'm saying. Who is going to be, where are you going to leave this to keep passing it on for you to be able to be, like you have to lead a nation for the nation to be able to pass it on to their children, for the children to understand that, listen, 98 years from now,
right,
we're going to thaw out 21.
Yeah.
I would say it make more sense if you say I want my music go keep going, and then I want it to be passed down and passed down through my family, and my family to understand in 21 when I was born, I want them to push play at this particular time at 21. Boom, and just drop in, you know what I mean? Drop something in, and this music played like, damn, that's 21 Savage.
If we think that there's something wrong with Kanye, certain other people. Okay, all right, let's do this before I even tear him up like that. Whatever, that ain't even my style. That ain't what I do. One would ask the question: if someone thought about this 98 years ago, let's put whoever that person was 98 years ago, and they're coming out 2023. They're getting thrown out this year.
Right.
I can't think of the list that the person would be on that would make them qualified to need to be frozen for 98 years. Right? Because to me, if you're going to be frozen, it's with the mindset that when you thaw out, you got something important to do. So I got to find a way to preserve myself so I can make it to the place that I probably wouldn't make it if I just lived. I know I might be thinking deeper than
no, you're not. No, you're not thinking deep. You're thinking good. You're thinking right.
Right. So, like, for instance, if I'm going to pick somebody like that, I'm picking great minds. And I'm not saying he's not a smart guy. I don't know him personally. Yeah. But he's a talented brother. But what I'm saying is Einstein. Maybe I would have frozen.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have frozen. I mean, we're still going off of some of the things.
Frederick Douglass, man. I would have froze him. You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying? There's a
Abraham Lincoln. Just the scene. You know what I mean? Frozen. Still might have got bumped off though, but I'm just saying, would have frozen.
Right. Would have had a specific, because if you look at it, their history is still very much relevant now. I'm not saying that he's not an important guy, but I'm just saying 98 years from now, I mean, is there
I get.
anybody sitting around saying, "I wish that
How,
21 Savage was sitting here right now"?
however, though,
No, nobody's gonna be doing
can't.
that.
However, can't get mad at the fact that that's how he feels, man. But he
I'm
does
not.
realize. Does he? He does realize. I don't know if the brother has children that he's going to miss the lives of his kids. You know what I mean? If you're froze, you know what I mean. If you're froze,
Hey, well, you said you would have froze Dorothy Dandridge.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Well, I know why you the froze Dorothy
Come
Dandridge though.
on, come on, come on. But
Josephine
you
Baker. I
right.
know the say. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Certain
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
It's because you feel like they would have had value. That, like honestly speaking,
Even if it's just personal value, you know what I mean.
that's what I'm saying. Like you got old basketball players, you got old people, man, that you would have still had value for them right now.
I would have froze Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, yeah, Wilton still,
Yeah, just give a
yeah,
little bit. Just give a little game. Just give a little game.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Nah, I agree, but that's why I said but you made a good point, E, and I'm not gonna argue it, and I'm not gonna drag that,
Yeah.
on longer than I need. He said that that's what he would like to do. I'm like you, but what about those who clearly ain't gonna be at froze with you?
Right.
That means you're willing to leave them.
Right. Right. No, you're right.
Just different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought that was a little bit different. I just wanted to kind of, add a little bit of wow word to the episode. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, wow word. Like that really was what he said. So, but I mean, like we live in a world, man. 2023. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. There's some things that's coming from 22, whether we don't want them, whether we want them to come over or not.
Oh
They're
yeah, it's
coming.
going some things that's going to always
Oh,
come.
it's some carryover. Oh yeah, there's some rollover minutes. There's some
Right.
rollover minutes. Remember that, E? With the
Yeah.
cell phone
Rollover
stuff.
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, it's some rollover minutes from 22 coming into 23. My thing is this: what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You gonna sit there and let them rollover minutes come on over and steamroller you, and you gonna go ahead and do what you got to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need to
Right.
check you. I didn't look at the statistics, man. What do you think that the Planet Fitness numbers are looking like right now? What are you thinking that the new memberships are looking like?
Well, they're pretty high because I go to Planet Fitness. I've been
Yeah, I
going to
wanted to
Planet
say that.
Fitness.
Excluding you, you was going before the year term.
Right.
So
So
right,
yeah,
don't
I've been
apply
going
to
for
you.
a few months. Yeah. So, but when I got there, I get there at between 5 and 5:30 every day, and I got there. I got there at 5:03. The
Right.
doors open at 5. I got there at 5:03. Like walked through the doors at 5:03. And I said
Now, you working out or you DJing?
they
What's
had.
going on?
I'm working out. They had the.
I didn't know.
They had.
I'm
Listen,
not up.
I said, did they really open these doors at 5? Because why is they already sweating like this at 5:03?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only thing I can think of.
Oh, come on.
Their
Come
pre-workout
on.
had to be
No,
talcum or
no,
Johnson and
no.
Johnson, man.
E,
Some
come
type of
on.
some type of powder
That's what you
substance
said.
was
That's that
involved.
2022 rollover.
I
there,
mean, they didn't understand that the protein powder, the whey powder, had to go into the jar, mixed with either water or milk. They thought they had to line it up, take that rolled dollar, and toot, bitch. That's what, because they was sweating at 5:03 and the doors opened at 5.
I understand. Well,
but-
maybe that's going to be the turning point. Who knows?
Right. But here's the thing. I believe that their numbers went off just because of good business. They were running a special. It's still on the screen up there. They $10 down, $1 for a few months from December 1st to December 30th. They're doing that so you can get in and get the new membership right before the year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So people will sit there and say, I need to start a gym membership, man. I'm starting to get a year. Oh, they got a sale right now. So that's how that is. So did their numbers go up? Absolutely. Shout out cousin Sheena. Sheena put up on her post, you know what I mean? Because she go to Crunch Fitness. Crunch Fitness look like Cigar Sundays right now, and she don't like it. Because it's too
He's
crowded.
hanging there, family. I'm wishing for the best for him.
Right. She said she'd be working out in the garage, man, till it's to at least February.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah. I ain't
mean?
mad at that. I'm gonna tell you. With that being said about that, talking about February too, because I mean, I'm telling y'all, man, this time goes by. Today's the 3rd. This time is gonna go by quick. I'm gonna say it like this: we have been getting, oh my gosh, knock on some wood, some very favorable weather, in my opinion. Last couple of days been all right. I mean, you might get a little wet. Last couple of days, I mean, in terms of temperature,
Yeah. But
not bad.
let me ask you this. People still don't believe that they controlling the shit themselves. How I go
What?
from -5 to
Yeah,
57?
yeah.
Only
Okay.
way I could do that in my room right now, if I go in the room right now, I got to look, everybody should have a thermostat.
Right,
And then you set the number to what you want to be. Bitch, it's a
right.
thermostat on the earth. Because
Yeah,
one day the earth is hot, then the
yeah.
next day the earth is cold,
Right.
you know. And
None of that's
the
happening.
earth
Right,
don't sniff powder.
right. Come on.
However, the powder is just floating through. You get what I'm saying? So
And that's
that's just how it is. But you got any this or that? So would you rather say anything for me, bro?
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What
We're
we
gonna go
doing
with some
today?
would you
Hey
rather.
sis. Hey Nene. Hey sis. I see.
Would you rather? Hey, Nick, what's sis getting? Come
Yeah,
getting, come
yeah.
getting.
Now she love what I'm saying. Let's get to the shit. Welcome to another. What you say? Would you rather's
Yeah,
this?
yes, sir.
Would
Yes,
you
sir.
rather's? Okay, another would you rather? Let's get to it. I don't know what people's talking about. He's sipping that coffee over there.
Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, where I ask E a series of questions and eventually I get an answer. He's been doing pretty good, which means he's probably overdue for not doing good. Okay. You taking the red pill or the blue pill? Let's go right there. Let's go.
I don't even know the difference. I don't know the difference.
You don't know the difference?
Nah, I ain't
Yeah,
taking no pills.
oh, you're not gonna pop none?
Nah, I ain't popping none.
Okay. All right. When it comes to the plane, brother, you need to have the window seat or the aisle seat.
Ow, ow. Woo! I like to stretch that knee a little bit. I ain't even that tall of a guy, but that
Yeah.
knee, and I like to use. I don't like
You
to
don't
sit.
have to be
I don't
tall
like
for
to.
airplane seats, though, man. You don't have to be tall. It's
Nah,
an awkward way to sit. Like
right.
for
And then I don't like to say because I'm a pisser. I don't like to ask you. Excuse me, can I get past so I can use the bathroom? You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, Will said always the blue, my guy. Are you talking about blue dolphins, Will? What are you talking about?
Or the chew. The
Or
blue
the
chew.
chew? Cinnadatafel. Whatever you saying, I can't mess with it. Get all side effects. Yeah,
Wow, man.
yeah.
All right. Live a nomadic life or never travel again.
Live an illmatic like Nas. You said.
Not ill,
I don't even know what you
nomadic.
talk. What's
Nomadic.
nomadic? P. What a freak are you getting these
You never
words
heard
from?
of a nomad, bruh? You done heard that when you
Oh,
was back
representing is is illmatic. So you said a nomad or how?
or never travel again.
I'm not living like no nomad, man. I ain't living like no nomad, P. I ain't Kanye, man. I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't
Fair
living like no
enough.
nomad. I'm gonna travel too. Y'all just what they gonna do if I travel? Punch me in the face? Like I ain't worried about that.
Told y'all. I told y'all he was due. He remixed the whole question. What they gonna do? He turned. If I travel, they gonna punch me in the face? Like ain't nobody talking about punching you. Yo, man, go on a tropical vacation or visit the snowy mountains.
So the behind the scenes, behind the scenes, I was just told that I want to be a nomad. You know, I'm not going to say no names, but the person who left the comment that called me slow said I want to be a nomad. So, yes, dear, I want to be a nomad. Listen, man, y'all got to understand. When your wife speak, you gotta agree. You gotta agree. You gotta
All
agree.
right, so we'll go with the nomad then, brother. That's you. All right, so
Representing is nomadic.
okay. Lose your sense of touch or your sense of smell.
Oh, I can't lose my sense of touch. I'm a DJ. I have to be able to touch. So if I just can't smell shit no more, that's perfect.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I mean, you used a great example.
Right.
When you put it that way,
Yeah.
not a hard choice. Okay. All right. I'm going to factor in You have no limitations. Remember, I said that before I asked you the question. You
Yeah, I
have no
have no
limitations.
limitations.
All
Okay,
right, you are fully capable. Remember those two things. Got it?
got it.
Okay. Go skydiving or scuba diving.
Skydiving.
Okay. So you understand why I said what I said.
Yeah, because I can't swim.
Okay. Cool. But I want to make it a fair, even question. If I ask you that and I don't present it that way, then it's
Nah, I
not
think
fair.
I just think I like skydiving better.
Okay. Would you rather lose the ability to, if you had to? You don't want to do either one, but if you had to, would you rather lose the ability to speak or to lose the ability to hear?
Damn,
Yeah. Now, mind you, you just said you were a DJ.
bro.
I mean,
They both are important,
I
man.
know they're very important, both, but I
Yeah,
think one for you is probably maybe a little more important.
they both, bro. Like you gotta talk. I don't talk a lot, DJ,
Hmm.
but if I can't talk, Porch podcast is over.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get you. Now we'll get you
Oh, now it makes sense. I
there.
can't.
No, either one of them is a bad. I mean, you losing something bad regardless. But
Right,
you know, I mean, we shoot the show once a week. How many times you
right,
DJ a month?
right, babe. I can't fly or either. You right. You right. Yeah.
I
Right,
love this shit.
Will. You right. Will. You right. If you can't hear, you can't speak.
Okay. Hold up.
And you
Hey,
right,
brother.
babe. They go hand in hand for me. So
Okay. All
P,
right.
I'm gonna ask you a remix.
Remix.
Powder or hard cocaine? Hard crack. Like, which one do you want? Because that had to be a drug addict question, man. Come on now.
Now, in the question I asked you about scuba diving or skydiving, there's
No,
no chance.
I'm talking about
There's no
hearing
chance.
or
All
speaking.
right, so hearing both of those, they was said that they go hand in hand.
Right.
Come on, E, you're not even asking me a go hand in hand question, man. Soft or hard, when it comes to drugs, like
Whoa. Whoa.
that's why I said when it comes to drugs, what are we talking about, man?
Whoa. Whoa. Don't you ever say soft and hard again in the same sentence in the middle of the show.
Hey, man, if you could talk about beyond sausage, I guess I can't bring that up. Man. You brought it up. Okay. Hey, listen, man. Would you rather go skinny dipping or swimming in all your clothes, man?
Skinny dipping, bro. I ain't
Yes,
trying to
sir?
get the clothes wet. What I'm gonna go home in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I don't think I think you too old for both of them. Get a face tattoo or wear vampire teeth all day, every day. Yeah. Get in touch with Google, man.
So
Get in
either
touch with
I'm Mike.
Google, man.
Hold on. So either I'm Mike Tyson or I'm the RZA. That's what you trying to tell me.
That's what you trying to say. I didn't say either
Like,
one of those
nah,
people.
because listen, Mike Tyson got a face tattoo, and the RZA used to have fangs.
Okay? Go for it. Whatever one of them is going to lead you to your answer.
I'm a producer, man. I make beats sometimes, so
All
I'll
right, so
go
you
with the
wearing them
RZA.
fangs.
Yeah, wearing them fangs.
Okay. All right. Only eat raw food or only eat burnt food.
I gotta eat it burnt, man. I just be eating bacon
Okay.
and toast.
Okay. All right. That's how you feel. That's fine.
Mhm.
All right. Never wear shoes again or only be able to wear shorts.
Oh, I got to only wear shorts. I gotta wear shoes. You ever get something this big and you like a little pebble in your foot, bitch? That's not cool, man. That shit is uncomfortable as hell. I wear shorts. For the rest of it.
Okay. Last one. It's going to be a nasty one. It is what it is. I don't make these questions. I just read them. Wear the same outfit for an entire week without washing it. Or not change your sheets on your bed for 6 months.
I'm just not gonna change the seat for 6 months. I can't. That's both of that shit nasty. But I ain't gonna be.
Well, everybody, so you and sis got to suffer because you gonna go with that one.
Listen. My wife. First of all, she's not including that part. You told me, okay? If I had to do that nomad life that she said I was stupid and slow, she not gonna do neither one. So we ain't putting her in there. I know we sleep in the same bed, but she gonna push my ass on the floor or something.
Okay. I did say that was the last one, but I want to go one more.
Yeah, you gotta have you know what I need, you know what kind I need, man.
Well, I don't have. Well, I know what you're looking for. I know it didn't come up this week.
Yeah.
All right? Laugh whenever someone tells you a serious story, or only speak with a fake accent whenever you try to be serious.
Call him in now. Like we was what? Listen, we was watching me and Lee was watching this documentary about Miss Cleo last night, man. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, I gave the fake accent. You know.
I see you since you said you're gonna eat that burnt food, huh?
Yeah.
And Will, you said you're gonna go ahead and keep the dirty sheets.
Yeah.
Woo.
I see you said chill, babe. I wasn't talking about nothing freak nasty like that. I'm talking about P usually asks me a question like, do I want to fight 10 duck-sized elephants or one duck-sized elephant?
One elephant-sized duck.
Yeah. He be asking me shit like that. That shit be funny as hell to me because
I don't like when you waiting on it. I want to text you when you ain't ready for it. You was ready for it. Take a Saturday.
That was another episode of Would You Rather, man. Let's get back to the show so we can wrap up. Listen, y'all. This has been the Porch Podcast. I want to shout out everybody that's been tuned in, you know what I mean, and watched this live. You know, of course, y'all can catch us, man. Y'all can hear this playback on all your streaming sites. Every Thursday morning, new episodes will come live at 8 a.m., you know what I mean? That's on all your podcast streaming sites, which is Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, you know what I mean? All those places, they're all there. Also, you can catch our handsome faces every Thursday. We premiere at 7 p.m. on YouTube. The handle is The Porch. That's DA Porch, you know. But shout out to everybody, man, that's been watching us on the live, man. I want to clap it up for y'all. Thank y'all. You know, I see my wife over here. She cussed me out a little bit. Not cussed me out. She talked slick to me a little bit. Yeah, I know you're talking about the cheese bit. My sister Nene on there. You know what I mean? Y'all know she got the same last name. You know what I mean? You know, Will, I appreciate you, brother. Rest in peace, Mrs. Cleo. Blackout.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You know,
Yes,
I appreciate you being there. Everybody, you know, who just tuned in for a second. So I appreciate y'all, man. Pete, take us up out of it. Say something to him.
Hey, man, like he said, man, we appreciate you guys locking in and rocking out with us each and every week. It's week 2 of this live thing, man. You know, we're trying to get better, get stronger. You know, we're trying to make sure we take off 2023 and take it to the next level. So we appreciate you guys, you know what I mean, taking a moment out of your day to be with us. Like you say all the time, man. Tell a friend, like, comment, share, hit that subscribe bell and button. You know when all the content is dropping on all the platforms. And like he said, man, we just appreciate you. Look forward to seeing y'all next week, man. This has been episode 106.
106 episodes straight. Ain't missed nothing. You know what I mean? We're going to keep this going.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. All right,
All
y'all.
right.
All right.
Peace.